Mirrors have played a substantial role in many Zelda games, from being shields that help in the defeat of Ganondorf, to portals to a different realm. In today's theory, we're going to see just how we could indeed encounter a mirror in Breath of the Wild 2 that could lead us to a Hyrule that, although very similar, is very different to the one we knew in Breath of the Wild. But before we move along, check out this Kuko, who is asking you ever so kindly to like and subscribe if you enjoy the theories and discussion I've been putting out. You wouldn't want to get them mad now, would you? Now, compared to my other theory videos, I will say this is more of a stretch and less likely to occur, but it does give out good discussion. So let me know in the comments if you think this could be somewhat true, if you think I'm a crazy theorist, or if you just enjoy the ideas I come up with. Alright, let's follow conspiracy theorist Groose and put on our tinfoil hats, and let's get started. While gathering footage and images for my previous videos, I noticed that Ganondorf's head jewel diorama thing stood out in comparison to the rest of his jewelry. It was very much more shiny and just more attractive. Now, we have seen this type of jewelry in Ganondorf from Twilight Princess and Ocarina of Time, but it just seemed odd to me that they seemed to have given it an extra emphasis in the trailer. Now, this in itself wouldn't be a big deal, but in my first theory video I made after the delay announcement, I talked about how the Master Sword could take on the role similar to the legendary Japanese blade named Kusanagi no Tsurugi, which is one of the 3 imperial regalia of Japan. If you want to hear more on that theory, there should be a card that links you to the video, or just look for it in the description. Now, what is important to this theory is the objects that are the imperial regalia of Japan. Now, take in mind, although these objects are considered to be from legends or mythology, they are in fact real things that are stored away in Japan. These objects are a sword, a jewel, and a mirror. 2 of these objects which you've already seen in the trailers. A sword carried by Link, and a jewel on Ganondorf's forehead. So we can infer that Zelda could somehow come into possession of a mirror, or maybe the royal family already has this magical mirror. Now, if you're wondering why Zelda would be the one to come into contact with this mirror, or why there even has to be a mirror, well, check it out. If we look closer, the mirror, talking about the Imperial Regalia, represents the virtue of wisdom, which we all know is the portion of the Triforce that Zelda has. The sword, again, talking about the Imperial Regalia, represents valor, which is just another word for courage, which is the portion of the Triforce that Link has. And the jewel, again, the Imperial Regalia, represents benevolence, which is the portion of the... Wait, okay, so this part doesn't necessarily line up. We all know there's no Triforce of benevolence, and we all know that Ganondorf is in no way benevolent. That doesn't take away from the fact that the jewel could represent benevolence that is needed from a king that is born into the Gerudo every 100 years. Yeah, this is the part of the theory that's kind of reaching. So yeah, there's going to be a magic mirror that is somewhat tied to Zelda, and it's going to take us to the mirror world. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you all for watching. I hope that you have a great... Wait, what? You're not convinced yet? Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't be either. That's why there's one more factor that kind of gives this theory some sort of validity, which some of you may have already figured out. If we go back to last year, I made a discovery that the shadows in the new trailer were facing in the opposite direction. And yes, I know I'm not in the right spot in the video, but that doesn't change the fact that the casted shadows are completely on the opposite side. I theorized in another video that it could be due to the continental shift, but now I'm thinking that it could be some sort of mirror world. That would also explain why the enemies, like the bokoblins, have a slight variation. Maybe when Zelda falls into the abyss, Link follows her only to find she has found a mirror of some sort that transports them to a land similar to Hyrule, but oh so very different. And that's how I theorize we will see a mirror world in Breath of the Wild 2. I think that these 3 objects are being based off the historical and legendary Imperial Regalia of Japan, and knowing the part mirrors have played in past games alongside with these crazy shadows, well, I think I may be onto something. Am I crazy? Maybe a little bit. Am I reaching? I guess you could say that. But you know what? I have fun coming up with these crazy theories, and you guys seem to enjoy them too. I do this all for you guys, so if you want a topic you'd like me to cover, let me know in the comments. I love hearing from you guys every single time. Now, this may be my last theory for the time being. I think I've exhausted all pieces of info from the new clips shown. I'll be looking at it sporadically in case something new pops up to me, but I think I'll focus on discussions for the time being. So let me know what you'd like me to talk about. Thanks again for all the support you guys show to the channel, to all the videos. You guys are way too good to me. When I say that I make these videos for you guys, that is with 100% honesty, and I'm glad you guys are enjoying the ride. Till next time, I'm Ace Monkey. Have a great day, and thanks for watching.